Hello everyone, welcome to another Aquaponics on the Cheap video. I'm glad I put these overflows in. This tap's not running, that one's barely running, and this is not blocked, and it's still, I think there's a blockage somewhere here in this pipe, because that one's still not draining properly. Only 6 catnips. There you can see them, these little sproutlings here have actually risen up out of their seeds. Not so bad. As you can see, I've thinned out the capsicums. This one is actually starting to ripen. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I've ordered a new camera lens for my phone and a lapel mic because I've realized I'm really hard to hear when I watch my own videos, which I rarely do, so apologies for that. So yeah, the capsicums, most of them are probably going to be just taken out. Once I fix the drainage issue in this tub here, I'm going to put strawberries in this one. Space insulated pretty much most of the shed now. There's a layer of bubble wrap on both doors and some illuminated mylar. Double glazed window here, I'm not sure if I pointed that one out last time, and I've put some mirror tinting film on that too to prevent some of the light loss. I finished my heat exchanger. This now is finished. I'll put a link in the video. So that's the dry fresh air in, and that's the cold wet air going out. It does actually work. I've tested it. I've got this battery here which will be running off once I get a couple more panels and the bigger power supply. So yeah, this works. This actually works extremely well. I was surprised. Built this little foam, very extremely well insulated block which sits into here very neatly. I just turn these and it locks it up. At the moment it's extremely hot in here. I've got the fan running. It is 31 degrees according to that. And if I get my new little toy out here somewhere, which I use to test the heat. Here we are. Which now I leave a battery in. If I test the temperature bulb on that, it is 33 degrees Celsius, which is about right on that temperature gauge too. And at the roof peak, 34, not so bad. The actual temperature of the tin, 44 on the walls, 36.7. Nice. Over here, 36 degrees difference on that space blanket straight away. Down here on the ground where it's nice and cool, 23 degrees. I got my little battery bank here hooked up. I'm getting 6 volts. It's a 12 volt bank of 2 volt batteries. I've just got these probes leaning on here temporarily. Now the temperature of the wires, that one's 34 degrees. I've got that wire going up along the top past all my nice little solar bulbs which are putting out a nice amount of light. And over here onto my control panel. I have a Navara voltage sensitive relay, smart relay there. That's going to be dumping my current. This is 240 volt running my lights at the moment. This one here and my little grow lights here are actually pumping light down to those capsicums. Got 2 of those. This big light bar here. These big spotties. Big spotlights there and that. This will be running shortly. I'm going to tape up those nasty joints here. These will be all nicely rigged up with wire properly. There'll be a wire going across for the heat exchange onto the power supply and that. And I'm going to put some air filtration on so that I don't get bugs and such coming into the shed. My main feature I'm quite excited about, thanks to Jillian Yvette, is this smart computer controlled relay. And to answer his question, yes, you can run the module and its own input. It's wireless, powered by USB, that's why there's a wire going to it if I wanted to put that on. I've just programmed it and I've hooked it up to put voltage into that big battery bank on the other side of the shed. So let's hope when I turn this on, nothing blows up. So fingers crossed, please join me as I turn this on for the first time and start charging the big battery bank. That just locked the thing because I held down the button too much. Click. Light turns on, output is going on, that goes around behind the back, links in down here to those two big wires, and is now pushing voltage across the shed. We are at 6.9 and holding, and I'm not sure what that'll be doing over here. Nothing blew up yet, and nothing's blown up yet. Oh geez, you really can't see that in the video. Can I get a different angle? It's at 76 watt. And the battery voltage is at 13.3 and holding. So far so good. I'm going to put this in a nice metal holder and rig it all up properly. I won't have all these wires hanging around. And she's getting 13.24 volt, and that's on these batteries, I believe. If I go up to the negative current over voltage, what is battery? That's for programming this battery meter. This also has an amp hour meter. I'm not going to program that just yet. That's a bit too mathematical for me to actually get the specs of the batteries here and work out the specs, and I'll do that later. I'm quite lazy with maths. I rather hate it. The only practical value it has is to earn me money, and the controller is bouncing around saying, hey, whoa, voltage up, down, up, down, up, down. 6.9, 6.8. It's going up very slowly. I believe that's a good sign, and it's charging this big stack of batteries in this large battery bank, which will give me lighting 24/7, I hope. It can't do the fish tank heater. Hasn't got enough oomph for that. But hey, more power storage, more alliance is good. Pretty sure all the fish are dead, although I've been wrong on that quite a few times before. Every time I think they're dead and I go to empty out everything from here, I find that there's still a couple of flappers alive down the bottom somehow. I threw in some sinking fish food, so if there is anyone alive in there, they'll be fine. If not, you know, fertilizer and food's all going to here anyway. The fertilizer bucket here, I put a lot more grass than that recently. Yeah, it's frustrating. I've got to get this damn thing to drain properly, and it's not a problem with this bottom hose. I'm glad I put these overflows in. So yeah, I'll get back. I'm not sure when I'll do another video. I've got to insulate these peaks and finish up a few things. I'm getting a quote for the extension slab on Monday, so it's currently Saturday, by the way. So hopefully, and I've got this extraction fan here to extract air, and I'll put an inverter on, and that'll just suck out the hot air, and this will keep the temperature regular. Anyway, so more progress is coming. It's a bit slow. I've realised I haven't uploaded a video every 2 weeks like I was first going to. I have just been rather lazy, and you know, I have a son now, so that puts a dampener on things, on everything, especially finances. Although I am earning a little bit more money, it's still not enough to dump large amounts of money into a really nice wind turbine and a 6 kilowatt system and huge greenhouse and just do all this perfect straight from the start and grow my own food. But hopefully I can get a crop of strawberries in here. Fingers crossed, guys. I hope to make a better video when my lapel mic turns up, and I'll come back with a review on this awesome little switching module, which is currently putting power to that big battery bank. from this little battery bank. That's not hooked up to anything, that's not hooked up to the load or anything else. By the way, this is a relay that'll be turning these lights on and off during the... These lights will automatically come on during the day and off at night. So this shed inside will be a normal light cycle as to what's going on outside. I've got a day-night sensor coming. Trying to build one myself was a little too sophisticated with the time delays and everything else for if a shadow goes across it, etc. And it was pretty cheap and easy to just buy one, so I did. So yeah, another update video coming, guys. I hate making videos as long as this one, so bye everyone.